Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, as we talked about this on my previous video, the meltdown of PlayStation has been going on ever since Sunday Xbox Showcase, and it's been now 3 days, steadily 3 days. And, everyone has something to say about that. A lot of people have expressed their opinions and how they felt about the showcase. Uh, Clearly, one side, it's, the blue side, they're still defending, what Sony is doing, what State of Play did, and they're having a hard time acknowledging the success of the Xbox games showcase. Uh, but here's creator David Jaffe, God of War creator David Jaffe. I watch him on YouTube. I watch his podcast. And he actually had some suggestions for PlayStation 2 when he was doing his podcast. And this is by Fandom Wire. So I'm going to read this article and what he actually said. Recently on X, meaning Twitter, Jaffe shared a post praising the rival console company. According to him, the Xbox showcase was fantastic. Many highly anticipated games and updates regarding existing titles were revealed at this event. And Jaffe has some advice for Sony. If Xbox delivers most of the titles, however, he said this is success, but he wants to see if Xbox can deliver all of these titles. And that's a fair point. Xbox definitely showcased a bunch of titles. Now, can they deliver? Are they be pushed back? Are they going to be canceled? Right? So that's what he's saying. If this is only if Xbox delivers on all of these titles, then that's clearly a win-win situation for Xbox. And Sony has to look at this very seriously to continue forward as a competitor, because that's what this is about, competition, right? So he has some doubts regarding this, as according to him, Xbox has done little to suggest it can. He also explained his reason for being doubtful about Xbox. He has stated that he has been very critical of Microsoft's first-party studio's ability to deliver, and it's true, he did. He also stated with all the trailers, but until he's playing and enjoying the game, he won't be sure about the announced titles delivering. Fair point. Gotta give him a fair point. Those are very fair points that he's talking about. It's a one thing to talk about something. It's another thing to show the example, right? You judge people not by what they say, but by what they do. And this is a very fair point. So, one fan actually countered Jaffe's compliment because Jaffe says he's satisfied with all the trailers, but until he's playing and enjoying the game, he won't be sure about the announced titles delivering it. And if they deliver, then this is what Jaffe wants his console company to do. The folks at PlayStation are going to have a serious conversation about how to compete moving forward, which is a fair, assessment. He says if Xbox delivers on all of these games, and they're all released by the end of this year, next year, then he has a serious advice for PlayStation. He says that PlayStation will have a serious talk about how to compete moving forward. Now, one of his fans has countered to what Jaffe said regarding the compliment to the Xbox. He asked what would happen if all of the announced titles went multi-platform. And this is what Jaffe had to say about that. Jaffe says, again, Jaffe took side of the Xbox and stated that even if all the titles went multi-platform, people will prefer playing 100 of those titles for $15 rather than playing one of the titles for $70. And that's why, according to him, Xbox Game Pass will likely succeed even further. And I think this is a very important part, and one of the reasons why I'm making this video. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. None of us have crystal ball, so we really don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? But this is the comment right here that I highlighted to what Jaffe says that I think I want you guys to pay attention to. I think this is the critical punchline key point here of this video. And that's why I highlighted this. What basically Jaffe is saying is this. What David is saying is this. Even if all of these titles that you saw on the Xbox Games Showcase, even if they all go to PlayStation and PC and others, still, Xbox Game Pass has a better value. Meaning that you're not paying for these games. Versus you on the PlayStation paying $70 for each game. I mean, it's a very simple, logical point explanation. Would you rather pay $70 for all of these games, and you do the math, you multiply how much that is, or would you rather pay $15 a month to play all of these hundreds of games? You do the math, you put the math together, use a calculator if you need to, right? And you're going to come up with the fact that the best value will be the Xbox Game Pass. And this is true. This is what I've been talking about. Okay? Like earlier today, I had somebody leave a comment on my video saying that the reason God of War Ragnarok, it's not part of the PlayStation Plus, it's because it's a big game. And then I said, you make me laugh because, well, are you trying to tell me that Gears, it's not a big game, that Halo, it's not a big game, that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it's not a big game, that Indiana Jones and Starfield are not big games? Are you trying to tell me that Call of Duty Black Ops 6, it's not a big game? You know, and this just proves the ignorance of Sony fanboys. They're clinging on to anything to justify their brand because they're blindly just worshiping their brand, and they're not even, they're conscious of how badly they're wasting money on the PlayStation. They are conscious of that, but they don't want to admit because they are so loyal to worshiping their brand. They don't even want to look at the logic to say, well, wait a minute. Yes, I do have a PlayStation. I do play games on there, but man, I spend a lot of money buying games over there. You know, I don't feel like paying $70 for God of War or even $70 for the new Last of Us Part 2 remaster, even though there's a $10 upgrade. But it's like, why am I spending all this money? Why am I spending $40 for Helldivers 2? And then if I want to play it on PC, you got to pay another $40. Why am I paying for Concord $40, right? And anyone with any logical sense would have said, and keep in mind, I have a PlayStation. It's right here. I have it. I have 3 of them. People who know me, they know I got 3 of them. I can make a video and show you my 3 PlayStation 5s and my PlayStation 3 Fat. I can show all of that, you know. But again, I don't want to waste my time, and unless you guys want me to, I can make it. So the logic never enters into these individuals, right? I don't know what it is about, you know, this whole phenomenon of being a Sony fanboy. It's really weird, you know. And we're talking about video games, all right? It is really weird. Like, it makes you wonder, what is it about these individuals that they're so hypnotized? What's in that Sony's water that they're drinking? That's my question. You know, even though they know that all of their games are going to PC, you know. It's a very strange phenomenon, and I'm being very candid. I'm being very curious. It's a bit alarming, to be honest. Like, it makes you wonder, man. This is some bizarre thing going on, man. That these individuals are really this uptight about their brand. I mean, is Sony gonna pay your medical bills? Is Sony gonna pay your mortgage? If you get arrested, is Sony gonna pay for your bond? Right? What is Sony doing for you? It's a strange phenomenon. It really is, and I don't have any answers. I can't really tell you why they're so brainwashed by this brand. Your question is it's the same question I'm asking. It's a $1 trillion question as to why they're so brainwashed to think like this. So Jaffe, like even David Jaffe, there he is. Even he's telling you that even if all of these games go to PlayStation, you're still not paying for them. Even if Gears and Halo and Forza Horizon and all of, like Sea of Thieves. Why should I go? Okay, here's a good example. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, it's available on PlayStation. Why? Why should I pay $60 for something that I already have? And everything included on the Game Pass. And I can play it on a PC. I can play it on the MetaQuest 3. I can play it on my phone. I can play it on the cloud, on a tablet. So why should I pay for it? But they got an excuse for that. Their excuse, oh, it plays better. Have you heard this new thing? That these games somehow play better. Even though it's the same hardware from AMD, GPU and CPU, same hardware. Same thing. All right? The only difference is Xbox Series X has more teraflops. And it has a HDMI 2.1 with 40 gigabits per second, which is a minimum for HDMI 2.1 for 120 hertz 4K. And it has a true 10-bit HDR, while Sony doesn't. But somehow, right, it's going to run better on a PlayStation. Oh, man. What's next, my Sony dear fanboys? I mean, it's like Alex says, oh no, it's Alex. What's next? Please feed us some more. Feed me some more craziness so I can make more videos and make more content. It is really, it's a phenomenon. This will go down in history as the biggest phenomenon ever witnessed in a history of gaming. I remember PlayStation 2. I remember Dreamcast. I remember Nintendo 64. I remember Xbox in 2001. And it wasn't as crazy as it is right now. This is some weird phenomenon, guys. Maybe you have some explanations to me. Write it down in a comment. You tell me what's really going on. Because for the life of me, I don't know what it is. It's one of those X-Files episodes, phenomenons, I don't know what it is, man. You tell me. But anyway, I agree with Jaffe. Great article. He gave a good advice to Sony, And let's read the rest of this article. Right now, it is all in the air that Sony is working on a newer age console, which is going to be the biggest technical leap for the company. Now, the problem is that even at the later stage of the PS5's life cycle, Sony is adamant about not lowering the price of the base version of the console. There. That shows you how much Sony cares about you. This is a proof that Sony is greedy. I mean, there's so much evidence countless of evidence of Sony's greed. I mean, I could make a 6-hour video, go in the past, and just show you the Sony's greed. Not just with the consoles, but with everything, with their televisions, with everything. Greed to the worst possible level. And these are the facts. You know, it's hard to argue the facts. It's hard to argue credibility in facts, guys. You can't. So there it is. Sony, it's adamant about not lowering the price of the base version of the console, and they're not going to lower the price of the PlayStation VR 2 either. And they're also going to charge you a $60 additionally for that, to be able to connect it to a PC or a gaming laptop. And they're also going to charge you a $60 for a deluxe edition of Concord, on top of the microtransactions, and on top of $18 a month for PlayStation Plus, which really gives you not much of a benefits. They have some games here and there, but nothing that would make me say, whoa, I feel premium. Whoa, I really feel premium. When I'm on the Xbox, I feel like a VIP, bro. I feel like a VIP, you know. So, I mean, there you have it. Even your own Sony's Kratos God of War Godfather, even your own God of War Godfather is telling you. It's telling you exactly that Sony needs to get their. They need to get their PlayStation together. I would love to be on a David Jaffe podcast, man. Maybe one day, David Jaffe, if you see this, please invite me to a podcast. I would love to be there, talk to you. So, listen, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, becoming members. I really appreciate it. You know, please think about becoming a member, because becoming a member on my channel, it's where you're going to have the best possible time. The reason I do a member chat only, it's so that way my members, they know that they got the value. So when you become a member and you pay that $2, you know you're going to have a good time. No one's going to troll you. No one's going to give you a hard time. You're going to have a good time. All right? Because I want people to have a good time on my channel. I don't want people to have a bad time on my channel. And like yesterday, we did 8 hours of PlayStation 2s on the PlayStation 5, Tomb Raider Legend, and it was so great, man, to be there with my members, and they had a great time, especially Shinobi, Brendan, Benji, everybody out there who's a member and a moderator, and Never Dead IV was there. Great conversations, great time. That's one of the caveats of being a member. It's only $2, you know. So, thank you all for watching this video. And if you can't, that's okay. I understand, you know, situation is tough with the economy and inflation. There's other ways you can help. You can share the video. You can comment on the video, share the video, click the likes on the video, and subscribe. But honestly, sharing is the best way to do it, because when you share the video, you are letting the YouTube know that you like the video and you're sharing it, and that really will give the YouTube a notification to recommend the video, right? The more people they see liking, the more people they see sharing, then YouTube will be alerted, and then they're gonna recommend the video to other people out there, so other people can find me, so I can be on that algorithm. I'm really trying to reach that algorithm, and I cannot get to that algorithm without your help, guys. So the only way I reach that algorithm or break even with the algorithm is with your help. So your help would greatly be appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys on the live stream. I do have a kind of a special live stream that I think you guys might find interesting. It's kind of like a special interest live stream. Not all of you will find it interesting, but some of you will find it interesting. That's why I call it special interest. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Be good. And I'll see you on the live stream. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Thank you.